Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
You're watching 7 at 7, powered by the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the largest news team in Nevada.
A heavy day in court for the family of a man who was shot and killed last March as the killer is sentenced to prison. Good Monday morning. Thank you so much for tuning into 7 at 7. I'm Cynthia Puga. Starting off with your top stories, a big weekend for the Summerlin South Little League team as it chased a championship. Our Dominic Lavoie has the highlights from the weekend.
Yes, Cynthia, a big weekend indeed for the Summerlin South Little League team. First up, we're going to start on Saturday for the United States Championship game, a rematch with Connecticut, the very same team that gave Nevada their only loss in the World Series to that point. Garrett Gallegos has a day with a home run on top of 2 other runs while throwing 8 Ks on the day en route to an 8-2 win and the United States title. Then Sunday, the Little League World Series Championship game against Chinese Taipei. The bats for Summerlin went silent, registering only 3 hits on the day in a 7-0 shutout loss. Summerlin South will still be honored Wednesday with a parade in downtown Summerlin at 6 p.m. For now, Cynthia, let's send things back to you.
A heavy day in court for the family of a man who was shot and killed last March as the killer is sentenced to prison. Raul Cardoza Lopez, a carpet cleaner, was sitting in his work van last March when Kayla Aleri approached him and shot him in the neck, killing him for no apparent reason.
Aleri spoke to the court and apologized to the victim's family. She asked for forgiveness, and she said that she was off of medication for PTSD and schizophrenia and was under the influence of meth.
The victim's family saying in court, since losing him, every day feels heavy. Back in July, Aleri pleaded guilty but mentally ill to a count of second-degree murder with a deadly weapon for the 41-year-old's death. Last week, a district judge ordered Aleri to serve 16 years to life in prison. 2 guests of the Delano file a lawsuit accusing the hotel of false imprisonment. The lawsuit, filed August 14th, claims the guests attempted to contact Delano security following an altercation in November with another patron, but they were separated from their families and taken to a holding cell with no explanation. They're seeking general damages of over $15,000 and special damages of over $15,000, among other things. MGM Resorts International, which operates the hotel now known as the W, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Let's take a look at your weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Chances of showers and thunderstorms continue this morning and through the rest of the week. Starting off your Monday morning with temperatures in the upper 80s by 8 a.m., 90s by 10 a.m., and a high around 102 with the sun setting by 7:17 p.m. For the next couple of days, mostly cloudy skies, expecting a high around 97 degrees on Tuesday, 95 on Wednesday, and back up to 98 degrees on Thursday. You can expect overnight lows in the lower 80s. We are looking at our best chance of monsoon storms this week, so make sure to check the forecast before heading out.
And now for Vegas Nation and the latest on the Raiders. A fractured wrist will sideline Raiders quarterback Aiden O'Connell for at least 6 weeks, leaving the Raiders with just 2 active quarterbacks on the roster for now. O'Connell was injured in the first half of play in the Raiders' 20-10 loss to the Cardinals in their final preseason game. Expected to be the backup to Geno Smith, head coach Pete Carroll called the loss of O'Connell a big blow to the team. Cam Miller replaced O'Connell in the game, throwing 102 yards and no touchdowns. The Raiders in their preseason with no wins, 2 losses, and a tie.
Sports brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. I'm Heidi Fang, and it's a successful debut for Dan Mullen as the Rebels head coach. 38-31 the final score over Idaho State at Allegiant Stadium on Saturday. Mullen says although there were mistakes and things to clean up down the road, he's encouraged by the final result.
And if you ain't jumping up and down and celebrating, you're playing the wrong game, because our team won. And that is what is so fun, right? There's so many things you want to fix. There's so many guys that want to perform and do things better. I got to do things a lot better. Our coaches got to do things better. Players got to do things better. But I'm going to tell you what, we won.
Up next, the Rebels head to Texas to take on Sam Houston State August 29th.
Now for business news brought to you by G-Bank, your best banking experience ever. A Dallas-based Wall Street traded firm is likely the second largest homeowner in the Las Vegas Valley. Invitation Homes tells the Las Vegas Review-Journal it now owns nearly 3,400 rental homes in the valley, trailing behind New York-based Progress Residential, which owns close to 4,500 homes locally. In June, U.S. Representative Susie Lee sent a letter to the Federal Housing Agency calling for more transparency when it comes to large out-of-state corporations and their growing ownership of Valley homes. In September of last year, Invitation Homes reached a $48 million settlement with the Federal Trade Commission regarding allegations it deceived renters about various types of fees associated with leasing a house. The company said in an email to the Review-Journal all fees are now listed on its website, in each listing specifically and in lease agreements with tenants. Now for health, brought to you by Centerville Senior Primary Care. Discover primary care focused on you. As people age, cardiologists say some may face the risk of having a heart attack depending on different factors, but there's a test that can help predict that. A coronary calcium test is a CT scan that can indicate whether fatty deposits called plaque are developing in the arteries leading to the heart. When excessive plaque builds up, it can cause clots that block blood flow and trigger a heart attack. The test could help doctors determine if they need to take more aggressive preventative measures or even suggest lifestyle changes for the patient. Now for Neon Lifestyle, sponsored by Silverton Casino Lodge. This is Lodge Vegas. National Dog Day is tomorrow, and to celebrate, why not go on a dinner date with your furry friend? Our Neon team made a list of local restaurants with dog menus. Staying true to its namesake, Lazy Dog offers dog bowls with either a grilled hamburger patty or grilled chicken breast, plus brown rice and veggies at $6 each. Palette, located on Main Street, offers the Puppertini, made with chicken bone broth, pumpkin puree, and whipped cream, and its charcuterie board with jerky, fruit, vegetables, and peanut butter pumpkin puree. For the full list, visit the Neon section on lvrj.com.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The college football season will kick off in earnest with a full slate of games in Week 1. Boise State is a 6-point road favorite over South Florida on Thursday, and UNLV is a 13-point road favorite over Sam Houston State on Friday. On Saturday, Ohio State is a 2.5-point home favorite over Texas, Clemson is a 4-point home favorite over LSU, and Alabama is a 13.5-point road favorite over Florida State. On Sunday, Notre Dame is a 2.5-point road favorite over Miami.
Now for Neon, sponsored by Arizona Charlie's, has live entertainment every weekend at both locations. Go to ArizonaCharlies.com to see who's playing. It's the entertainment venue where local music artists shine, and our Neon columnist John Katsilamides has a preview of the performers that'll be taking the stage at the Space.
The Space is located in an area that doesn't seem like an entertainment mecca, near the corner of Polaris and Harmon. But proprietor Mark Chinook has built an impressive fortress anchored by the Monday's Dark charity shows. Look for the sharp parody production Shot Spear Presents Titus Andronicus on August 30th and 31st. Chinook is developing the $50 million Space 2.0, a community center just a short distance from the Space's current location. And you know what else is great for the community? Go Guide, the free entertainment calendar at neon.lvrj.com. Check us out for more than 1,000 shows and events. Like Las Vegas, it's open 24/7.
That's been your 7 at 7 a.m. news update. You can watch us Monday through Friday on streaming platforms like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and YouTube. Join us weekly at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to get the latest Las Vegas news updates.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Knock the Injury Law.